All right, congratulations on making it to the final video of this series. I want to assure you that you have taken the very first step, powerful steps toward transforming your thoughts, your emotions, actions, and reality. And I'm incredibly proud of you that you have gotten thus far. It shows the level of commitment that is required to change anybody's life. But I also want to say that the journey doesn't end here because today I'm going to show you how you can keep building on everything that you have learned in this series so that you can keep moving forward with confidence and purpose. Now, throughout this series, we have explored the TIA framework: thoughts, emotions, actions, and reality. Each of these steps build on the last, creating a pathway to meaningful change. As you remember, we started with thoughts, how you become aware of your thoughts, thought awareness. We use that to recognize the pattern of thoughts that hold us back. Then we practice reframing, being able to present that thought to ourselves in our own mind in ways that empower us so that we could turn limiting beliefs to empowering ones. Then we move on to emotional mastery by understanding and having an awareness of our emotions, separating ourselves from our emotions, be able to look at it from afar, linking that back to our thought, the thought that created it, so that we can know what to do about it next time. That way we're able to make our emotion to work for us, not against us. By managing our emotions using different cues like breathing exercise of visualization and mindfulness and prayers and speaking in tongues, we're able to know, okay, now we can move into align action, because as we manage our emotions, thoughts will start to come on around in our mind. What should we do next? We move into align actions, and in there we told you about steps that you can begin to take that will be inspired action, basically things that just show up that you know you have to work on it. So you take those steps that will support the new beliefs and the goals that you are now creating based on the change in paradigms and thought patterns. Then we went to look at habit formation, because before you can get results, you have to be consistent in the actions that you take, and consistency is what builds habits. And I said that habits can be formed through what we call habit stacking, whereby you associate an action to an action that you're already doing already, like brushing your teeth every morning. You do that again. You can assign another action to that. While you're brushing your teeth, you are doing this other one, so that way you are stacking one habit on top of the other. This will turn your aligned actions into daily routines that will then define your life. As one of my mentors used to say, she said, your life is in your daily routines, which means the outcomes you receive in this life is premised on the things you do on a day by day basis. So in the last video, I also then covered how you can reflect on how far you have come, the progress you've made, and how it is necessary for you to realign yourself to where you are going. I gave an example of when we try to send rockets into space, how the rockets don't actually go on a straight line. You require a bit of realignment to keep them on track. That's the way you need to make sure that you keep yourself focused on where you're going and realign yourself and adapt as you grow. So the TIA framework is not just a one-time tool, actually it's a lifelong practice. As you may know, personal growth is an ongoing journey, and each part of the framework that we've covered today will support you in different ways, even as you face new challenges and set new goals. Now, here's the beauty. You can come back to this framework. You can use it at any time that you want. If at any point in time you feel stuck, you don't know what to do, just go back and ask yourself the question: what are the thoughts that I am thinking that are limiting me? Think of how you can reframe that. Just follow what we have covered in these lessons, and it will begin to help you to know that once you become aware of your thought, you can move through each step and you find yourself back on track. Every time you go through the process, you grow a little more, you refine your goals, and you build a life that reflects your true potential. So to help you continue this journey, let's talk about some practical strategies you can use now to stay engaged in your growth. In order for you to stay engaged in your growth, try to embrace the following strategies that I'm about to share with you. There are 4 things I want to share, that practical steps that you can take that will help you to engage with your commitment and your goals. Number 1, schedule some time for regular reflection times. Remember, what you don't measure, you cannot correct. So when you set aside a few minutes every week and a longer session once a month to review your progress, you are going to use that reflection and realignment framework that I shared in the previous video to keep yourself on track and to celebrate what you have achieved so far. That will create a feedback loop that will keep you moving forward and keep you motivated. Then the other thing you should do is set new goals as you achieve old ones. So you see, when we become stagnant, we begin to die. What makes life worth living is the fact that we are pushing forward to a goal that stretches us. If you just have goals that don't stretch you, then you're not motivated to do anything differently. But once you have goals that stretch you, you keep working, your brain will keep working to try and find a way to solve that problem. So as you accomplish your current goals, replace them with new ones that push you forward, that also push you to keep growing. This will help you to stay engaged and excited about your journey. I want you to know that growth is wired into your DNA. Because in the book of Genesis chapter 1, when God made humans, God said, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and then, conquer the world, basically dominate it. And when you look at those 5 things that God mentioned in the book of Genesis chapter 1, it's talking about somebody who is progressively moving forward. Growth is part of why God created you. From the day you were born up until now, you know you have to keep growing. A nation that does not grow dies. A person that does not grow also begin to lose influence. So when you set new goals like this, to help you to stay engaged and excited about the journey that you have started. Number 3, surround yourself with positive influences. This is very, very important. I don't know whether you've heard about the term herd effect, H-E-R-D, herd effect. And herd effect essentially is people like to stick together with people that are like themselves. And therefore, when you are together in a certain type of group of people that are thinking in a particular way, they all engage in what we call group think. Group think is when people in a community or in a particular group of people think in the same way, even when the thought they're thinking is not entirely correct. But because they are part of that group, they don't want to be seen to be different from that group. They get stuck in a group that is not actually serving them. So, and that's what we call the herd effect, the ability for you to morph yourself into a group that then defines you, even that group may not work for you as it should. But the converse is also true. Rather, if you're in a group, because of the influence of the group, you're in a good group, a positive group, because of the influence of that group, it will force you to do what? To do better. So in the same way where a negative group will basically mess your life up, a positive group will improve you considerably. That's the reason why people set up book clubs and membership clubs where people come together of like minds. They are focused on achieving the same thing. The same reason why people start mastermind classes, right? A small set of people come together to achieve a particular goal. Why is that? Because of the power of the group. There's a story in the book of Genesis, I think Genesis chapter 8 or 11, when the Bible talks about the Tower of Babel. When these people were building tower unto heaven, and they were basically building that tower in rebellion to God's command to spread throughout the world and populate the earth. And they said, we don't want to spread, we just want to stay here, so let's just build a tower. And they began to do that. The Lord God came down and checked out the tower, and here is what he said. He said, these people are one. They are speaking the same language, and this they have begun to do. And he said, nothing will be withheld from them that they have begun to do. God essentially was saying, since these people are united and they speak the same language, there's nothing that they desire to do that they would not be able to achieve. And that is the power of association, which means God essentially is saying, when you have unity in a group and they're speaking the same type of language, obviously it's not talking about they are speaking French or English or Japanese. It's talking about it's a rhythm, a frequency of speech, a mindset that they have that is aligned. So when they are doing this, whatever they decide to do in that group, God says, I cannot even stop it. That's what God was saying. So therefore, it is important that you surround yourself with positive influences. The people around you have a big impact on your mindset and your motivation. Seek out friends, mentors, or online communities that support your goals and encourage you to keep going. We are going to be setting up a new membership platform called the Boss Community. The Boss Community stands for Blueprint of Success Secrets. This is based on the scripture, based on the Bible, how we use the Bible to help you to become successful. We're going to look through the whole Bible and show you practical steps and skills that God has put in the Bible to help us. So the whole idea that you don't have to be wealthy, you have to be poor and all that kind of stuff is actually anti-God. So we're going to go through that and show you. And now you're going to be part of that community if you're interested to be able to, work with other people that are going on this journey, but they have made God their focal point. So you need to find such community where you can grow, that are speaking the same language or go in the same direction that you desire to go. Number 4, use visual reminders of your progress. So when you have set goals, it's important to see those goals regularly. That is why a vision board or a visualization exercise is important. It brings to the forefront of your mind the things that you want to become. Remember the exercise that we asked you to do, I think in the first or second video, when we said that you should look for a car, a particular type of car color, and make up your mind that you are going to see it. And if you have done that exercise, you realize that after a few days or maybe by the end of the week, you will have come across that unusual car color in your neighborhood. Why is that? It's because of the reticular activating system behind your brain that is essentially focusing your attention to look for the things that you have decided to do. Now imagine if you play that with your goal, what you are believing God for, what you want to achieve. If you have them at the forefront of in front of you, maybe on your phone. I actually have my vision board on my phone, so regularly I go back and check it. And it's quite amazing that some of the vision that I set some years back, every single one of them came to pass in this exact same one. In fact, one of the weirdest one was I want to buy a Jaguar, a particular color and a particular brand rather. And the picture I took online, I posted on my on my phone. By the time some years later, 2 years later or thereabout, it was exactly the same type of car that I got. Kind of weird, right? So that tells you about the power of visual reminders for the things you want to become. So make sure that you also post reminders of your goals. It might be on the wall through a vision board, it might be on your phone, the vision board on the phone, and then that will help you. The other thing that you want to do is post the reframed thoughts that you are now cultivating as well, around you. Instead of having things that says things are not going to work, you can have a word of affirmation in front of you that says things are just getting better for me, or lines are falling to me in pleasant places, or I'm getting better and stronger. Things like that, when you have them around you, it might be as like your screensaver, it might be a post-it note on the wall. Those things will surround you and send the energy of positivity into your atmosphere. So these inspiring quotes that you can see them daily, that you post and put where you can see them daily, will help you in your journey. The visual cues reinforce your progress and keep your vision in front of you. Now that you have some strategies for staying committed, let's revisit and go back to the story of Alex and Jordan's story that we started this whole series with. Remember Alex and Jordan? Both started in the same place. Both are equally skilled, equally talented, and they're working in the same company. But Alex applied every step of this tier framework that I've shared with you, and he became aware of his limiting beliefs, reframed them into positive thoughts, learned to manage his emotions, and took consistent, aligned, and inspired actions and turned those actions into habits. Through regular reflection, he refined his goals and continued to grow. Today, Alex is in a leadership role, confident and proactive, while Jordan, who did not engage in this process, remains in the same place, wondering why nothing has changed in his life. Alex's story shows what? That lasting change isn't about talent or luck. It's about dedication to a process of continuous growth. Just like Alex, you have everything you need to create the life you want. But you need to follow the tier concept or the tier framework. Now, if you want additional guide, I'm here to guide you. As a roundup, I want to leave you a call to action. If you're ready to take your growth journey to this next level, I invite you to join the Thought to Reality coaching programs. These reality programs are in the form of self-paced learning, interactive group coaching, email coaching, or even one-on-one VIP support. Now, these programs were created with you in mind to provide you support to you using biblical principles that will help you to change your mind. Now, remember, Romans chapter 12 verse 2 says that your life is transformed or metamorphosed. Well, your life become metamorphosed or changed and transformed as you renew your mind, which God essentially is saying your life cannot change beyond the thought or the way you think. So the TIER program or Thought to Reality program is designed on the basis of Romans chapter 12 verse 2 that will help you to change the way you think so that you can live the life that God has for you. It has been designed to support you at every stage. So whether you want the email coaching program, the VIP one-on-one, interactive group coaching, or even self-paced learning courses, we have everything in the tier concept or tier framework that will be able to help you to go along. So one of the things you're going to get if you join the program is you will have live coaching sessions, group accountability, and personalized feedback to keep you on track. And if you want one-on-one where you get to work with me, well, we can tailor your goals and challenges and see how we can help you as well. At the time of this recording, you might find a link in the description. If not, you're going to get a form where you can join the waiting list, and when the session is open, we are going to invite you to participate. Now, no matter where you are on this journey, I want you to know there is a path that is right for you. As you reflect on this journey, take a moment to recognize how far that you have come, even in this series. Even if all you have been able to achieve properly over the past 6 videos we watch, including this one, the 7th one, is just ability to be able to be aware of your thought and know how to reframe your thought. I want you to know that that is a powerful first step. It's a step in the right direction. Remember, growth doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself. Stay consistent and know that every small effort is moving you closer to the life that you envision. I am absolutely so proud of the steps that you have taken, and I'm excited to see where this journey will lead you. As you continue on, remember, the TIER framework is here to support you every step of the way. Now, if this series has resonated with you and you're ready to go deeper with me, please don't hesitate to join the waitlist for the Thought to Reality coaching programs, and then we'll circle back and let you know when the program opens. Or you might want to actually join our Boss membership program as well. Again, you can join the waitlist. When the program opens, we are going to let you know. Before you go, please remember, subscribe to our channel, and I will see you on the inside. I'm so excited for what is about to happen in your life, and I'm so happy that God is getting ready to change your life as you cooperate with His work that He's doing for you. Being part of this program is not a mistake. I want you to know that it's all designed by God for you to begin to rise up and take responsibility and accountability for your own life so that you can be the best He has designed you for. Until next time, remember, you are very blessed. and highly favored.